Hi, Amanda here. I'd like to talk about some things that people tend to get wrong about smoking. So often when people who know that I'm an herbalist find out that I make herbal smoking blends or that I'll teach people how to smoke or use smoking at ceremony, they're aghast and can't believe that I would do something that's so obviously at odds with wellness. So I'd like to dispel some smoking misconceptions. The first one is that smoking isn't evil. It's not evil. We've, really been led to believe that because I would say maybe the tobacco industry is evil, and smoking those products habitually can certainly cause a lot of harm. But smoking itself is just an act. It's an act like eating or drinking, and as such, there's a lot of nuance to that act. Eating can be very harmful depending on what we eat, how much we eat, how frequently, when we eat. Same thing with drinking. Drinking is an act, and we can drink water, or we can drink alcohol, or we can drink soda, and all of these things are going to affect our body in different ways, but it's not that drinking itself is inherently evil. And I know you're thinking, well, our bodies are designed to take in liquids, and our bodies are designed to take in food, but they're not quite designed to take in smoke. And that's true. Our bodies aren't set up to be inhaling huge volumes of smoke on a regular basis. But that's not, well, that brings us to the next point, is that smoking isn't all or nothing. I think there's also a conception that because, smoking cigarettes or smoking some types of tobacco can be very addictive, and so we have this idea that you completely abstain from smoking, you don't smoke at all, or you're smoking a pack a day, or you're smoking multiple cigarettes a day, and that's what smoking is. And I think mostly that's because we really equate the word smoking with smoking cigarettes, smoking a pipe, chewing tobacco, or smoking cannabis. And we don't often think about the other types of things you can smoke. Not a lot of people do it, and so not a lot of people are talking about it. Really, when you're smoking herbs, they're not addictive, and you can maybe enjoy the aspect of smoking herbs, but it's not something that's addictive, and so you're really in control of when you do it and how often. And then the next point would be that there are things to smoke other than tobacco or cannabis. And certainly when you're inhaling any smoke into your lungs, that does affect your lungs. But I think people often think that when you're smoking, you're just inhaling huge volumes of smoke into your lungs. And most of the time when I smoke, I don't even inhale, or I inhale once. There's a huge spectrum of what smoking is. That can be how much you smoke, how frequently you smoke. If you smoke, are you inhaling? Are you not inhaling? What are you smoking? Why are you smoking it? And so one of the things I aim to do in my course, Smoke, is to open your eyes to the different things that smoking can be, and ways that it can be something that's not an addictive experience, not a bad experience, not even an experience that's uncomfortable. Instead, like a very pleasant, flavorful, sensual, spiritual, and personal experience. Because to me, smoking is a really beautiful ritual tool. It's a beautiful spiritual tool, or it could be a tool for someone who, is trying to stop smoking tobacco or cannabis. It can be all these things. But people have a lot of questions about that because it's not something that's talked about a lot, which is why I decided to make Smoke. If you have any questions about Smoke or want to talk about this further, I'd love to chat about it. And as a reminder, if you register for Smoke by this Friday, March 1st, you'll be invited to participate in a live online workshop with me, which will be recorded if you can't make it. So that would be Wednesday, March 6th. So if you sign up by Friday, you can come to the workshop on Wednesday, and I'll do some demonstrations for you, introduce you to some herbs, and answer any questions that you have. I hope to see you there.